Imagine a land divided into hundreds of tiny kingdoms. No Germany, no single flag, no one leader. Just princes, kings, and emperors all fighting for power. This is the story of how those small states united, became one of the most powerful countries on Earth, fell into world wars, and rose again. This is the history of Germany. For most of history, there was no single country called Germany. In the Middle Ages, the land we now call Germany was part of the Holy Roman Empire, a huge, messy mix of kingdoms, duchies, and cities. People spoke German, but they didn't say, "I am German." They'd say, "I'm from Prussia," or "I'm from Bavaria." There was no unity, no single government, and no strong national feeling. Then, in the early 1800s, Napoleon Bonaparte from France defeated many of these German states and dissolved the Holy Roman Empire. He didn't mean to create Germany, but he woke people up. German thinkers, students, and writers started asking, who are we? Are we just small states forever, or are we one people Germans? This was the start of German nationalism. Now, enter one of history's most important characters, Otto von Bismarck, the Iron Chancellor of Prussia. He wasn't a dreamer, he was a cold, clever strategist focused on power. He believed in uniting Germany not with speeches, but with blood and iron, war and industry. Through 3 calculated wars against Denmark, Austria, and finally France, Bismarck achieved his goal. In 1871, in the Palace of Versailles, the German princes declared the German Empire. For the first time, Germany was one united nation. The new German Empire was young but incredibly strong, with powerful industry and a growing army. But this new power wanted a place in the sun, competing with Britain and France for colonies and respect, a rivalry that helped push Europe toward World War I. In 1914, the war began. Germans thought it would be a quick victory, but it lasted for long, brutal years. Millions died. By 1918, Germany was defeated and exhausted. The emperor fled, the empire collapsed, and a new, weak democracy was born. The post-war years were filled with economic crisis and anger over the harsh Treaty of Versailles. In this chaos, a dangerous leader rose, Adolf Hitler. He and his Nazi party promised to make Germany great again. Many desperate people believed him. What followed was a brutal dictatorship, the loss of all freedom, and the horrific persecution and murder of minorities, especially Jewish people. In 1939, Germany invaded Poland, starting World War II. The Second War was even more destructive. Cities were bombed, millions were killed, and the world witnessed the horror of the Holocaust. In 1945, Germany was once again destroyed and defeated. The world looked on with fear and anger. After the war, the winning powers divided Germany. West Germany was supported by the USA and Western Europe, while East Germany was controlled by the Soviet Union. Even Berlin was split in two. In 1961, the Berlin Wall was built, a concrete barrier separating families and a people into 2 different worlds. Then, on November 9, 1989, the unbelievable happened. Crowds of East Germans marched to the Berlin Wall. The soldiers didn't shoot. The people began to tear the wall down, crossing into West Berlin, crying and celebrating. In 1990, East and West Germany officially became one country again. Today, Germany is one of the strongest economies in the world and a leader in the European Union, but it also carries its heavy history with honesty. Memorials, museums, and education constantly remind people of the past to ensure that such tragedies are never repeated. From hundreds of small kingdoms to a divided nation, and now a reunited powerhouse, Germany's story is a powerful lesson in unity, destruction, and resilience. Thanks for watching. If you found this interesting, please like and subscribe for more stories from our world's history.